When George Mason wrote his letter to the London merchants, did his ideas about being treated equal to an Englishman just pop right into his head? The answer is no. Actually, his ideas, as well as the ideas of many fellow colonists, were actually based upon many different traditions and ideas. In fact, the biggest influence on colonial thinking came from their British heritage. Remember, Mason thinks he's an Englishman, and he's basing his ideas off the traditions and sources that have been passed down to him. So, what were the sources of influence upon colonial thinking? They included the Magna Carta, the Mayflower Compact, the English Bill of Rights, Cato's letters, as well as many others. These sources contained the big ideas that influenced colonial thinking. Among these ideas, the rule of law, the idea that all people, including the leaders, must follow the laws and that the laws should be enforced fairly. Self-government, the belief that people can make decisions on how their government works, that they can have a say in how their government works. Due process, the idea that people have a right to fair and reasonable laws, and that officials have to follow those rules when enforcing the laws and need to treat people equally. The belief in limited government, that a government can be limited in its power by a constitution or written agreement. These written agreements will often tell governments what they must do as well as what they can't do. And finally, the idea that people have rights, that because they are free, there are certain things that they should be able to do without restrictions. It is based upon these sources and ideas that the colonists developed their thinking about government and that the rights that the people were entitled to.